What is up, gamers and gooners? We've got another one of the Run Up Tournament Series loaded. It's going to be a $16.50 buy-in, 15,000 guaranteed prize pool, cards in the air. We're looking at Jack 9 of clubs in the small blinds, and we are rolling, rocking and rolling. Excited to get after it after a sit and go victory. We've got winning on the mind, and hopefully winning will continue. Great hand to take three ways. You're going to know where you're at right away, however. 11.4 blinds is a little steep. Gonna probably give it up here, especially with a fold. And we'll see if the big blind was serious. Rick Avatar from Georgia. Uh-oh. Let's see where else everyone's from. We got a smoking monkey from the United States. No Avatar from Cyprus. We've got the Homeland Security buff eagle. I don't want to even get into the implications of such an icon. Obviously American. Russian basketball head. Polish ATM. And a fellow American to my direct right. Queen. Jack offsuit and the button. I think it's another call. Calling preflop is the weakest move in poker, but I think we were cornered into a couple situations where it made sense. And now we got top pair. Let's see if we face a bet here from our Russian friend. Just call. Keep them interested. See if we're going to face anything else. 3 of spades, not changing much. See, he has 4 or 5. I don't think he's got 4 or 5. Let's take the lead here. He's thinking about it. And that'll do it. Sometimes one pair's good. If they have 0 pairs and you got 1 pair, you're usually in business. Alright. Sit this one out. Let's see if old October Ace wants to play for more. We got a call out of the small blind. And the big blind's thinking. Also going to call. 9 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 2 of clubs. 3 ways to the flop. And if I had to guess, I'd say the blinds will check to the razor. There we go. Blinds up check to the razor, who checks through for a turn card of the 3 of spades again. Interesting. Here's a social skills tip that may apply for poker players, particularly online poker players. If someone asks you, what are the odds of that? That is a rhetorical question, and they are not indeed inviting you to calculate the odds of whatever they just asked about, even if it is a very simple card probability question. You freak people out when you start actually calculating odds. We're gonna give up with the jack too, even though we've got a juicy opportunity here with a sit out in the big blind. The smoking monkey's gonna take advantage and take down the pot pre-flop. Why would you sit out? Why would you sign up for a whole tournament just to sit out? I guess people got things going on. Maybe he's driving his wife to the hospital to give birth to his first child. And his perspective in life is gonna be reversed forever. Maybe he's making a sandwich. And that sandwich is so good, it's gonna reverse his perspective on life forever. You just never know what people are going through. We got a raise under the gun and a call from the big blind. Who's gonna check it over to the razor on this flop of jack of spades, 3 of clubs, jack of hearts. Got a small C bet, as is the style. And we'll see if it gets called, raised, or folded to. Out of the big blind. Looks like it's going to be a fold today. That's another smoking monkey. Brazilian. It doesn't matter. New table. Let's go through the lineup. We got the same guy from Cyprus, no icon, boring. We have Hunger Games logo, I believe, American. Game of Thrones logo, American. Americans love our television and movies, that's for sure. We got a smiling unicorn, Ukrainian. I stand with Ukraine. We got no icon from Russia, scary. We've got no icon from Russia, scary. And we've got no icon from Russia. We're in trouble. Murderer's Row over here. Couldn't even be bothered to pick out an icon. They're too busy studying, training. It's a waste of clicks to have an icon. We're gonna get out of the way. The under the gun raise. Although it is seven-handed, so it's more like... Under the gun's a relative term. Under the gun is a relative term. We'll see if even the big blind can defend. Looks like the big blind's gonna do more than defend. The big blind is going to attack. Large squeeze, 9 blinds. Gonna get called down, and now the initiative lies with the big blind raiser, who gives it up. Checks on the flop of Jack, 10, Jack, 2 clubs, another club. 8 of clubs sits on the turn, and we'll see. Stop and go from the big blind. Chunky delayed c-bet. And the board's gonna double pair. Ace is looking decent, clubs looking best. There is a straight flush out there. And the big blind's gonna go for it with the pot size shove. That's what they were setting up on that turn. Gonna go through. Huge stack of chips to the middle of the 3 Russian anonymous contenders. A little too early to be getting involved with those unsuited baby aces. Hunger Games is gonna take a stab at it. We got a new player. Dragon guy, another Russian. It is early in the morning. It's 10:30 Eastern, so that's some other time in Russia. Feel free to perform your own lookup and calculation. Not a service I provide. You ever watching old movies or TV shows, books, and you sort of do inflation calculations? I was reading essays and articles from the 90s, and their money's worth about half as much as our money is, or twice as much, depending on how you look at it. And if you're watching Mad Men, it's 10 times, which is a fairly easy calculation. We got a gut shot, no spades. We'll see how small he bets it. For 3 or more, I'm kind of running for the hills. But if it's a fashionable baby bet, oh, right in the thinking zone, half pot exactly. What's he got? Could have 1 pair, flush draw. Let's pump it up. All right. Check raise gonna get the job done there. We lost half our players. Short-handed situation. But even in a short-handed situation, the 5 and the 2 are gonna be tough to play with. We're gonna give it up. Let the under the gun cutoff player, or the hijack with the dead button. These terms are relative, folks. Beautiful hand on the button, short-handed. It might be too beautiful, though. We might scare everyone away. Not so fast. We match up with that flop, decent. This guy's thinking about betting into us. You do, sir. Not gonna happen. We're gonna give it one of these fashionable baby bets. See if we can start piling in. If we get raised, we're gonna think for 4 or 5 seconds and then call. We can't snap call. Alright, this guy's maybe just a slow player. He's letting the bar go down nearly every decision. That's fine. They have their 12 seconds. They can use their 12 seconds. Let's beef it up here. No, let's go half pot exactly. I want to get calls and people call that size. It's kind of the standard size, but not enough. We'll take the chips. We'll chill out in a slight lead and keep on rolling. Jack 3 here in the cutoff. Gonna be a skip, especially facing a raise and a call. We had a little bit stronger hand, we could consider a squeeze there, but the Jack 3 is kind of just raggy. We could still be way behind even on this flop. Like, it's possible to see Jack 10, Jack 8. Could still just be in terrible shape with one pair. And if your hand is in terrible shape after making the pair, you probably shouldn't have played it to begin with. Raise and a call. Two out of position players. No, one of the in position players. Check, bet, call, fold. Okay. Board reads 7 Jack, 5, 6 Jack, 3 clubs. Scare card on the end there. Ooh. Trapping with the nut flush. Either trapping or terrified of a full house. Hard to say for sure with that action. If they're playing scared enough to be terrified of a full house with the nut flush, then I like my chances. I'll tell you that much. Raise and a call out of the blinds here. 3, 7, 3, 2 diamonds. Small blind's gonna raise and bet the flop and take down the pot. All right. 8, 2 of clubs plus 2 here. Not gonna be worth opening. We'll see who wants it. Got a cutoff raise, 2.2. We'll see if the big blind's enthusiastic about defending. Taking their time with it, but they do make the call. Flop a king, 7 Jack, 2 diamonds. Big blind's going to start with a check. Initial raiser in the cutoff. Takes a second to think. And checks as well. Second king and third diamond has hit the turn. Moderately scary card, but I think if a player had a king on the flop, they would have bet the flop. So it's unlikely that a player made 3 kings. Gonna see 2 more checks. River 9 of clubs. Completes the queen 10 straight. This 8 and 10 also makes a straight. Oh, looks like that slow player from before did have a king. Interesting, interesting. Gonna note that down for later. We'll keep an eye on it, see if that continues to be accurate, but once you see something twice, it's fair to start drawing a conclusion or two. Developing story here from, can't say what country he's from. Yeah, he's American. Okay. Without being demeaning or insulting, I just want to say that I love playing poker against Americans. Which is lucky because I live in America. It's really easy to do so. I just go outside and play, and it's just full of Americans out there. Kind of ideal. You know who I fear to play against, other than the Russians, other than the Georgians, it's Japanese players. And the reason for that is their attitude towards the game. They don't really have as much of a gambling culture. So they simply see the game as a strategy game where they strive to make correct decisions at all points among the game tree. And it's terrifying. We pick up a walk with 4-3, unsuited. That's crazy. I would have given up in a heartbeat. These players are fools. Anyways, what was I saying? Japanese players taking the game seriously makes me want to shit my pants. It is terrifying. I mean, I never want to shit my pants. But I just think that that scenario makes it more likely. I think I lost the plot here talking about shit and pants. Have you ever shit your pants? Sound off in the comments below. The last time you shit your pants. Fold here with Queen 5, facing a under the gun raise and a call. Big blind's gonna hop along for 3 players to the flop. Jack 4 ace 2 spades. Big blind. Initial under the gun raiser is gonna continue. Cold collar's gonna continue. Big blind's gonna fold. We got a turn card. 9 of clubs. Maybe add some straight draws, but doesn't impact the board too meaningfully. See an overbet on the turn. Those are becoming more fashionable as well. Turnover bet's gonna get the job done. Take the putt down. Ace 8 here in the cutoff. That's action dependent, but if we get the open runway like we do, we're gonna be opening here. Not loving it against a 3-bet because we're just likely against a stronger ace, but that was not what was in the cards for my opponents, and we're gonna take down a small one pre. Easy as 1 bet. Another playable hand here. Hijack, ace 6 of clubs. We'll see if we get a clean open, and we do. We're just gonna keep opening. See what happens. Raise here. From the imposition player. Haven't seen this guy be too active. Another raise. A cold 4-bet alert. I don't like my suited baby ace. Can't even make a wheel with the 6. That's actually mathematically significant. Cold 4-bet's gonna take it down. And we got off cheap. Just lost 1 initial raise. I'll take that. We could have been in a world of hurt if ace hit the flop and it turned out we were no good. King 10 with 5 players behind. Snug, but I'm willing to give it up. We've got plenty of time. This ain't no turbo. Gonna see a raise from the Hunger Games icon. Another 3-bet. Interesting. I'm gonna note that this guy's aggressive pre-flop and keep that under our consideration moving forward. Was more afraid of the guy to the left here because he's been snug. His 3-bet meant a lot to me. Even if it was worth a call, I was willing to extend him a lot of credit. And then the 4-bet just blew me out of the water. A raise from the hijack and a call from the blind here. Flop of Jack 4, 3, 2 diamonds. Checks over to the razor. Oh, button's also involved. Cold call. Excuse me. The button who is checked to and also checks. The 9 of diamonds here in the turn, completing the flush. Big blind puts in a baby bet. Initial razor calls. Button evacuates. And a half pot bet just screams flush. Just screams mid flush. Initial razor and the hijack concurs. And the big blind's going to take it down on the river. 10-3 under the gun, going to be a skip from us. Raise from the cutoff, going to take down the pot. We're dealt 4-3 off on the blind. We would love to see a free flop or even another walk. A similar hand last time we got the walk. All right. I don't think that mathematically makes sense to defend. The 0.71 is tips the scales. Supposed to be calling a lot from the big blinds, but low cards just don't play well. When you can make your pair and still be no good, you gotta just get out of there before you even get to that situation. Tiny 3-bet from the slow player. Get called from the initial raiser under the gun. And it's going to be followed up on this flop, Jack, 7, Ace, 2 clubs. Bet and call, building up a little bit of a pot here. 16 blinds already by the turn, which is the 5 of hearts. Not too interactive with the board. We can see the 8 of hearts. No flushes available. A few straights, but they're weird straights. They're weird mid-card straights. Unlikely to see this section of the hand, but the initial raiser seems to think he has some credibility. Throwing out a chunky bet, a call. It's a pair of aces. Not a straight was to be found. Our slow player here, it's going to match the profile. And it's going to pay off for them. Raising a call. If we were suited or maybe a little higher, we could think about squeezing in position, but we got to pick our spots a little bit more judiciously. See, 3 calls, 4 players, the flop, a king, 10, 6, rainbow. Small blind with the decision. Check. Big blind's going to check. Initial raiser in mid position. Like it to fire. It's going to fire, but it's a little small. Third pot. Going to see a cold raise on the flop. Interesting section of the tree here. You can see a call, and the 7 of clubs improves a lot of hands on the turn. Check to the raiser, who fires another half pot. And that is going to see a fold. Decent chunk of chips. Changing hands there. Let's see, we've got Jack 4 cut off. We'll see what develops, but I'm not thrilled about this hand. I think it's too early to start messing around. We're holding hands with average. We are, I think, in the second level of play. So we can afford to relax. See a blind battle. Raise, raise, call. Should be a huge pot. And the flop's going to match the inflated ranges involved. Ace, king, jack, 2 diamonds. Big blind's going to continue. New table. 3 of the same players there. And a new Minnie Mouse. United States of America, naturally. And this hand is about the weakest hand we want to play. So we're going to pump it up a little. 3.5. 7 blinds there. Let's see how the raiser reacts. Gonna shove it all in and take it down from us. Well played, sir. You can take our chunk of chips there. Another quote-unquote new table. A lot of the same players. But we've got a Uruguayan executioner. A Polish no logo. Brazilian rockman. And a Brazilian Grinch. Oh, we got distracted by the icons. Let's squeeze it up. Let's do 5.5x. 11 blinds. Block half the aces. Block half the ace kings. And we can flop decent. Alright. With 2 back doors, I'm willing to make a continuation bet. Slightly larger. Approximately half. We get called and we pair up our 5. Looking to bring this into the check down region of the tree. Oh no. We might have punted it off here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. I think I'm getting too good of a price. What was that? Oh man. That was terrible. I don't think I've made any correct decision on that hand. Wow. What was I thinking? Alright, let's pop back into commentary mode. Raise, call, 3 ways to the flop at 8, jack, queen. 2 clubs. See some checking down to the imposition player who's gonna fire it. Small bet. Quarter-ish pot. Going to see 1 caller to the turn. 5 of clubs completes the flush. We'll see if this rock man continues. Gonna check down to the river. 10 of diamonds. And 1 pair is gonna be good enough there. Alright, we got an ace. We got 2.24 big blinds. Even facing a raise, I think it's time to go with it. No fault equity, so we're going to see a call, and good luck to us. Need to straighten out. Not going to happen. Alright. I'm going to end it here for today. We lost our mind there. Then I'm going to rebuy during the break and try again. Take it easy, YouTube.